but definitely not least, presentation of the day. And I'm very happy to introduce again Mr. Waseem Al-Rousan, IT Director at the Airport International Group. And now Waseem is a highly proficient IT professional with over 20 years of experience in information systems, digital technologies, management, and IT strategy development. As mentioned, Waseem assumes the role of the IT Director at Airport International Group, where he directs long-term planning, oversees all IT operations, delivering IT managed services. Waseem, over to you. I can't hear you, Waseem, if you're speaking. I think you're on mute still.
You hear me now?
Yes.
You see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, good. I'll try to make it short and straightforward. So the idea of my presentation is to show how we at AIG think of digital transformation, what we have done over the last couple of years when it comes to digital transformation, what we have achieved, what we looking for, and to share some of the experiences we have seen and the challenges we have went through to achieve what we want to achieve in digital transformation. So first, I will start by sharing with you our digital strategy. So when the momentum a couple of years ago, there was a focus on how we can digital transform services or operational activities within the airport. So we decided to make a strategy. The strategy was focused on three main things. First, we need to plan what kind of what is the business ideas, what technologies, how can we digitalize our business with, of course, focus on passengers and other stakeholders within the airport. Second is to build, and we have to think of putting in place the right policies and procedures, standards, the right best practices when it comes to performance management and quality of deliverable. And afterwards, how can we run this? And a couple of sessions ago, we're focused on how can you manage in such a complicated environment when you are considering hyper-converged infrastructures, on-premise, on-cloud services, and how you can operate and keep business up and running with such complexity. So our mission was straightforward. So we believe we need to partner with business, whether internal or external business partners, to transform the way we do, the way the business is done. So we found some good partnerships with local and international vendors, with companies like GDS, Future Tech, Fortinet, as well, Nutanix, in order to help us and guide us through all the way to implement what we want to do. We had to come up with some innovation and mind shift within the way we do business, and we were focused on solving problems. The moment you focus on solving problems and achieving goals, and as mentioned in the previous session, it's the baby steps that you can follow to achieve. And most of all, how can we ensure quality in what we deliver with the right partnerships internally and externally? We focus to understand the exact business requirement in order to deliver what is needed. I'm trying to short the list when it comes to digital transformation. However, it's the complexity sometimes and readiness as well. So is your infrastructure ready? Do you have the right infrastructure in place? Are you equipped with a reliable infrastructure that can scale up or scale horizontally whenever is needed? Business continuity is an important factor in digital transformation, guys. If you want to give people digital transformation and you want them to use technology, they want them to change the way they do business. Business continuity is a crucial part because we are asking people to depend on technology. And so if the technology is not available, people will start running away back to the way they used to do business. With such complexity, information security is a very important fact. You need to have the right cybersecurity technologies, policies, procedures in place, and of course, cost. If you have a bulldog CFO or you have an aggressive CFO, you need to always come back to them with either a new technology to purchase or new changes you might think of. But it's not always about purchasing. It's what you can save whenever you introduce digital transformation. What kind of tangible, intangible efficiencies. Sometimes as IT, we face these challenges. We say we will deliver 30% to 40% of efficiency or enhanced productivity. How can you measure this? So as an IT, we need to focus, or digital transformation leaders, we need to focus on measuring the achievements so that in the journey, we walk the talk and what we want to deliver is there. And one of the most important factors or challenges in digital transformation is people, whether inside, outside, different stakeholders, different organizations. You need to bring everybody to the table. You need to bring everybody on this journey. So it is challenging. So you can see as IT, our role is not only technical. It's we need to market what we want to do. We need to be good in finance in order to measure and give forecast of what we can achieve. We need to be smart in marketing, smart in negotiation with people, smart in getting the yes in order to proceed. And most of the also the challenges, yes, technology comes at the end, but technology trends and the disruptive changes in technology is a very important factor. Another key challenge is how can we utilize data analytics properly in order to solve problems? We have data that is scattered everywhere. You have your customers' data, you have your operational data, you have your technical data, you have social media data, which might have an impact on what you are trying to do. And over the last year is COVID-19 and the way how this disruptive pandemic created unprecedented challenges and even opportunities. I would mention quickly a story. Over my career, we have done many times risk management and risk assessment for businesses. And when you do these kind of exercises with consultants, they will always give you a list of potential risks. You would say storms, rainstorms, snow, power cut, wars, earthquakes, and always there was always something pandemic. And this is the first time I was aware of it as a risk. Pandemic, and when we discuss it, no, this is, yeah, it might have a high impact, but no, it's low in probability to happen, and it happened. So when it comes to COVID-19 and the way it changed, the way we act, the way we behave, the way our customers react, the way the employees react, the requirements for the employees is different. A couple of years ago, if you are in the aviation industry and you want to do a meeting with multiple people across the globe, They will say, we are in aviation, let's travel. And when we introduce video conferencing, no need, we'll go, we'll travel, we'll have our plane next day and we'll meet. But today, 99, if not 100 of our meetings are done on video conferencing and collaboration. Even the conference we are in, if you look 2 years ago, it would be in a very big hotel where everybody is there, but today we are doing it over a video conference. So this is the kind of disrupt the way we react. I would like to share with you our digital transformation approach. So the objective is we want to create different personal computing for either end users, business users, partners. We want to have a highly intelligent cloud platform, whether on premise, on cloud, hyper-converged infrastructure. We want to reinvent our business processes. We want to change the way we do business. So with that in mind, we need to focus on four parts. One is the customers. And for an organization where I come from, an airport, I mentioned it earlier, we have more than 100 different type of customers. So we have government agencies, we have security agencies, we have military agencies, we have border control, we have customs, we have ministries, we have airlines. 60 different airlines operate from Amman as a hub. We have commercial people in the duty free. We have tenants who rent space. We have too many different type of customers. We have our employees as well. We have business, we have operation, we have the marshals who drive the way on the runway in front of airplanes. We have technicians. So it is the customers we are looking at is it's different personas, different requirements, different interests. When we look at our employees, we always think what kind of tools we need to give to our employees to make their life easier. You don't want to bombard the employees with tens of tools to use, with tens of logins. You need to provide different user accounts, different tools, you need to bring that to simplicity. Simplicity is very important whenever you are seeking engagement towards digital transformation. And most of all is complexity of operations. So how can we optimize the way we operate such an infrastructure? What do we need to do? How we should monitor? We cannot have 24/7 shifts, IT staff on place due to finance limitation. How should we monitor 24/7? How can we automate this? How can I find tools that will monitor on behalf of us, and whenever there is unusual behavior, I either receive a phone call or I receive a WhatsApp or an email. And most of all is we need to transform the way we do our services, the way we sell our products, the way we market what we do. And this is the approach we always thought of. This is where we think of whenever there's a problem, we think in this way. We implement in this approach. So at AIG and the airport, what enabled us to go forward with the digital transformation? First is scalable infrastructure. Today, Tamer Rayal from Nutanix talked about Nutanix and the way they provide hybrid infrastructure, and we are one of the references, by the way, for Nutanix on this part. Are you cloud ready? Do you have the right procedures, policies, operational activities to be implemented? Do you have the right mindset? Do you know exactly what business critical tools you can send to the cloud and operate with the cloud? Do you have the right connectivity, the right resiliency and redundant links and all of this? Digital presence is very important to gain feedback by employees, by customers, by passengers. Information security and how tight is your infrastructure when it comes to cloud. One simple mistake with information security could ruin, delay, or even stop whatever you are trying to do. So you need to have this base of readiness when it comes to infrastructure, information security. And one of the enablers is we managed to find the right business partner to consider for airport systems to operate and use up-to-date technologies related to airport systems on the cloud. And most of all is the internal buy-in. Is your management, the management buy-in is really important, because sometimes you will need the right support, whether financially, whether in the communication, whether in the during the implementation. So do you have the right business departments who really understand what they want to do? However, I find it as a learning opportunity for everybody within an organization during these projects, if you bring the right people at the right time to the table for digital transformation projects. So today I will show you a couple of the use cases we have done. I can talk a lot about this. I'm very enthusiastic and excited about digital transformation. However, I will be talking about 2 or 3 use cases we have implemented that uses either analytics, cloud, or even machine learning, artificial intelligence, security. So we have one of the objectives is to become a paperless environment, at least for our operations. So the way we operate the airport. So instead of having paper checklists for everything we do, and in airports, quality and quality inspection is crucial, because safety is a very crucial thing. So we found that there is a huge number of paper documents filled by end users in the operations in the field. So we introduced digital business process management with tablets, with mobile devices, so that we give the mobility and the flexibility, and we reduced a lot of the time and effort for this operation. Information security, and I will talk in a minute about what we did with information security and how we do it. Infrastructure agility. You need to work with business partners specialized in infrastructure and have a really holistic view, ready infrastructure where you can scale up. Where is it very high available? Where you might need a disaster recovery setup. Your network as well. So we work with Nutanix, we work with JDS, we work a lot of business partners on this part. Collaboration, communication, readiness. Today, almost everybody is using that. However, we were already ahead of COVID-19, which made business as usual faster, easier, and for the end users as well to adapt very quickly, enabling people to work remotely in a fast way with the right security tools, the right infrastructure for remote access and remote work. And data analytics as well, I will be talking about this as a showcase. And most of all for us is Queen Alia International Airport today is one of the first airports in the region fully operational from cloud. Today, if you look at an airport, the logistics, the coordination behind airport operation is really complex. However, it's not seen up to the surface for passengers. So we have a lot of scheduling, a lot of control. This is a picture of our OCC. It's Operation and Control Center. That is the brain of an airport. This is where you control which check-in counters, which gates, what time, scheduling, what kind of resources you need to make available for a specific flight. Is very critical, business critical actually, operation in this center. So what we did during 2019, we were in the final stage of finalizing a major project related to airport systems and airport management solution. And the implementation started late Q1 2020. So February, we started this project, and suddenly after 1 month time, there is the pandemic, there is the ban of travel. Nobody from the vendor was on site. We could not take the risk of quarantine the expat or the experts or the consultants on site. So everybody had to leave. Especially, I remember the date that I won't forget that date, which is 16th of March, when the government decided to close the borders. So all the consultants, all the engineers, they had to leave. So what should we do? Should we stop the project? Should we continue? What we had? So we created like a task force to understand the situation, evaluate what are the possible options, and with a lot of fast actions when it comes to remote on-site activities that we have taken, we managed to do. I cannot tell you what type of challenges and how many type of challenges we faced. A very simple task was the training for end users who will be using this system, because we had a very tight schedule to deliver this project by end of May. So you can imagine the complexity and the situation and the deadline and the potential losses, financial losses, if any delays happen. So we decided to continue with the project, to cooperate and to collaborate, both AIG, IT staff, a major staff we were working with. So in this process, we needed the support of too many external vendors. For example, we needed the support of Nutanix to establish the VDI infrastructure in order to enable training, which was one of the biggest challenges. We asked for help from different local companies, and they were really supportive, whether remotely or they providing whatever necessary support during that period of time. So today, when you go and travel, just for you to know, when you check in the check-in counter, you are connected to cloud. When you board to your airplane, you are connected to cloud. Your baggage and the way it's transformed, we are connected to cloud. So all of this, and if I go back one step here, all of this complicated screens, business critical screens, are fully operational from cloud. So even the airlines and the third parties we deal with, they all are connected to our cloud with the booking systems available. And I will show you in a while, when I start talking about analytics, how this benefited AIG in the way we do data analytics. So today we have, I would say, standard integrations, open APIs. We started to receive data we never received before, which enabled us to build use cases on the data we receive. So this is something I'm really proud of. This is a very international showcase, which is one of the first airports in the region fully operational on cloud during the COVID-19 lockdowns. So The second one is airport analytics.
Sorry, Mr.
Today,
Waseem, just to say you've got about 5 minutes.
yeah, clear. So airport analytics. So today, when we started to analyze and assess what type of data we have, so we found that we have a lot of data, and we need to speed up the decision-making process with AID. And without data, we would not be able to do that. So time is really important for the decision-making process. So we shorten time when it comes to decision making. So what we did, we built a data analytics model. So we have passengers data, we have airlines data, origin, destination, traffic, movement, type of aircraft, count of passengers. We have point of sale transactions in our duty free. We have as well our invoicing and billing systems. All of these data were the base of what we wanted to do. So we built models related to PAX prediction, passengers prediction, how many passengers we will arrive tomorrow or within a week, so that we coordinate with all stakeholders to have the right staff on place. So we don't have spikes, unprecedented spikes. We enhanced our revenue analysis and credit and collection. We improved in many operational activities in what we do. So with that said, I will go to AI and IoT and machine learning. This is where we implemented IoT sensors in the airport. So this is in real life, these dots are passengers. So these sensors monitor every passenger on their check-in counters so that we calculate waiting time per specific flight or per specific airlines. So that's why you will see different colors between the passengers. So these passengers are going through a specific flight for a specific destination. So we measure average waiting time. Every minute we save at check-in counters is equal to money spent in the duty free. So with this use case, we managed to understand exactly how can we enhance revenue. We also managed to help our operations and facility team to know exactly, when we created heat maps, what facilities are mostly used, where are the crowded areas. For example, this is the checking area, this is the security inspection, this is the duty free, this is where people are on their way to their gates. So we knew exactly where are the spikes, what are the behavior, so that our operations is streamlined and aware of what is happening on the ground. Another use case is related to advanced cybersecurity and threat management. So if you look today in cybersecurity, we implement artificial intelligence, machine learning, in order to spot immediately unusual behaviors, avoid zero-day attacks, avoid all kind of cybersecurity threats. And all of this is based on artificial intelligence, machine learning. And today, we are monitoring this on site and remotely. So whenever there is unusual behavior, we are not monitoring the screen. We receive the phone calls. We receive immediate alerts to, guys, there is something wrong. You need to look after. So we became more proactive in what's happening on our network. We have one of the biggest infrastructure networks in Jordan. We have one of the biggest building in Jordan. We have, I think the other day, it was more than 10,000 connected devices to the network. 10,000 between computers, sensors, CCTV, controllers, access control, scanners, security scanners. So we have a lot of devices. So you can imagine the complexity. God forbid something happened related to the network, and how challenging is this to track and monitor where is your threats coming from. So with this slide, I think I can conclude. I'm not sure if there are any questions, but in case, sorry, I will conclude by a very simple recommendation. Find a problem, find a challenge for your digital transformation. Focus on one thing, baby steps, phased approach. You name it the way it is. You know your inside better, your organization better. Find a problem, find the right business partner who can help you to identify this problem or challenge, solve something for a specific business requirement. You need to think right. So with the right business partner, the right time of implementation of digital transformation, choosing the right technology, and utilizing the right data to help you focus or anticipate or find new business insights that will help you to solve the problem. The more you understand your data, the more you understand your business. So you need to think of data analytics as a key player in the digital transformation, whether for integration, whether for analytics, whether it's for opportunities. So this is the way we see it. This is my recommendation for you. So I think with this slide, I conclude. If you have any questions or if you need any more information, please feel free to contact me, or if we have time on the chat, I'm not sure.
Thank you very much, Waseem. We are a bit tight on time, unfortunately, but are we happy to share this slide with your presentation with the attendees?
We'll see.
Okay, we can double check, but that would be great.
Yeah.
Waseem, thank you so much for that presentation. It was greatly appreciated and a great way to end day one. And our agenda tomorrow is just as thought-provoking, and you can use the same link from today's event to join tomorrow, where we have speakers from the likes of Bank of Jordan, KPMG, EY, Orange Jordan, and we also have our iPad lottery draw for one lucky winner. So you need to attend day two and be present for the draw to have a chance of winning. But again, thank you to all of our speakers for such engaging content. Thank you to all of our partners for today, HPE, JDS, SMS, our diamond sponsors, our platinum sponsor, Dell, our official transformation partner, STS, our gold sponsors, Nutanix, Oracle, Thales, SAP, and Cypher Learning, and our silver sponsors, Manage Engine, Informatica, and our bronze sponsor, Infoblox. And finally, thank you to all of our attendees for joining us. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.